This is how we are going to do it. So we'll start by searching the school by each country. So for now, I want us to start the school searching from US. So I'll do US, then Canada. So now let's start from US. So in starting from US, for instance, you want to study abroad or you want to study in US. So there are so many schools in US. So you searching for schools, it will be very difficult for you. But this method will help you know the kind of schools under each state. So now let's type universities. Let's type universities in USA each under each state as here. Then you click on it. So it will come like this. So after it comes like this, I will just inform you to click on the Wikipedia one. So list of states and tutorial universities in the United States. So let's click on it. So after clicking on it, you realize that the list of schools under each state will come here. So let's scroll down to see the schools. So US has 55 states. So for the 55 states, they have so many schools under each state. So let me tell you, this is only for the public schools. This is only for the public schools. So if you want a private school, you can just add private to it so that the search information will bring you the private one. So this is for the public schools. So now we have seen all the 55 states over here with all the public schools over here. So we have Alabama, we have Alaska State University, Arizona, to Wyoming. So if you scroll down here, you see Wyoming here. Yeah, there are a lot of schools. So yeah, so let's go to Wyoming. Yeah, so to Wyoming. So now let's start from searching the school. How will you be able to search the school? Now you have all the schools over here. You have all the schools over here. So do you know what I want to do? I want you to highlight the school. That's Alabama A&M University. So you highlight, then you come to a new search bar. You come to a new search bar, then you copy your university here. So let's search. So you click on enter. So and I'll just inform you to search for schools over here. Use the first search. Yeah, so use the first search. So this is Alabama A&M University. So we have graduate programs, we have academics. If you want to just go straight to the programs, you can just click here. But to me, I'll tell you to click on the main website so that you are going to read more about it. So let's click on it. So if you click Alabama A&M University. So this Alabama A&M University. So there are a lot of information over here. There are a lot of information over here. So it's your duty to navigate through the school website. So now you are looking for programs. So I will show you how you are going to get your programs. So you go to academics, and for academics you see browse undergraduate programs, browse graduate programs, but we are looking for graduate programs. So let's click on graduate programs. So all the graduate programs will pop up here. So it's up to you to set to see if maybe the school that you want to the program that you want to read is part of this school. So these are the programs. So you just have to scroll to see if you have your program related or your program is part of this. So if you want to read PhD, if you want to read masters, everything is over here. So it's so easy. So I hope you can do it. Yeah, I know you can do it. So let's go to another one. Let's pick another one, Alabama State University. Let's pick, no, let's go and pick different school. So now let's go to California. So let's pick one school from California. So let's pick University of California over here. So you select another link. So you go to Google, then you paste your school. So California has a lot of schools. So just add the school to it. So this is University of California, Berkeley. So you just click on University of California. So they also have a very nice view over here. So it's up to you to read everything over there before you start going to program. So here too is very simple. They have made things simple for you. Academics is over here. So all the programs is located at academics. So now let's go to graduate program. So let's click on master's, professional, and doctoral programs. So it will come like this. Then you check to see if your course is passed. So this is how we search for schools within each country, so that you'll be able to. So you see, this is very easy for you. So this is US. Now let's move on to Canada. So for Canada too, let's click here. So you go to Google, then you type universities in Canada under each province. So Canada too has province. You know, US has states. US has states. Canada has province. So you just come to Canada. Just come to Canada. We have province. So each school or each province has so many schools under it. So if you type it over here, you realize that Canada has over 100 universities spread across its provinces. So where most of the schools are located is Ontario. You see, Ontario is the capital, so we have so many schools over here. So Ontario, we have 20 major schools over here. So we have U of T, University of Toronto. We have University of Waterloo. We have Western University, McMaster University, Queen's University, and a whole lot of universities over here. So, and it's not only there. So we have so many schools over here. So, and these are the provinces. So let's go. As I told you, I really like Wikipedia. So list of universities in Canada. Let's click on it. So these are the schools, that can be found in Canada. So this is for universities. So let's see. We have University, Alberta University, that's is located in Alberta, and we have so many schools. All the schools are located over here. And let me see if my school is part here. So this is my school, Trent University. So let's start from Trent University. So let's go. So you go to Google, type Trent University, type Trent University. So Trent University. So as I told you, I don't prefer, well, I'll not advise you to move straight to graduate programs, but go here, their main program. So if you come to their main program, you realize that they have so many things out here. So many things out here. So many things out here. So we have undergraduate, we have graduate and postgraduate certificate. So we are looking for graduate. So let's select graduate and search. Yeah. So we have so many schools, so many programs or courses over here. So what program do you want to do? For instance, my background is geography. Let me see if maybe they have any geography courses over here. So geography. Although they don't do geography here, but they have environmental science or environmental life sciences. And geography is so broad, you can get courses that is related to geography out here, because you can do sustainability studies with geography. You can do so many courses with geography depending on what you specialize in your undergraduate study. Yeah, so this is strength. Let's see if maybe we can get another university over here. So let's go to University of Toronto. That's a very popular university, one of the best universities in Canada over here. So let's open another bar. Let's go. So University of Toronto is over here. So as I told you, don't go straight to the graduate programs. You can just go to the school website like this. Whoa, that's very nice. So we have so many things over here. You just have to read a lot to see if maybe you are okay with the school. Yeah, so they have so many things out here that you can just read through, explore to see if everything will be fine. So let's go to academics. So academics is over here. Academics, we have graduate programs, we have undergraduate. So let's go to graduate programs. So there are so many schools. UFT has so many programs over here. So 227 programs found. So it's up to you to explore to see if maybe what you are doing over here, or maybe what you have found over here related to your course. So there are so many courses out here for you to explore through. So this is how we search for schools in various countries. So you see, first of all, you just have to go to Google, type list of schools under each province, or if it's US, list of school under each state. So if you get a state, pick the state one after the other or one by one. So University of Alabama, you go to University of Alabama to see if maybe the courses that you are doing they have some over there. If they don't have some, then you just move to different school within that state. So you can do all these things by searching through these kind of strategy. If it's Canada too, you come to Canada, you search for list of universities under each province. So this is how we do it. It's very simple. And same as UK, United Kingdom. When you go to United Kingdom, you can also do same, and you're going to get that same feedback. So thank you very much for watching my video for the day, and I know you have really learned something over here. So the next episode we are going to talk about documents you need before applying to study abroad. There are so many documents. So I'll be talking about academic transcripts, passport, English proficiency or English language test results, statement of purpose or purpose of statement, letters of recommendation, CV or resume, then your final document. So there are so many things to discuss over here. So to not miss next episode. And one important or interesting thing, I will pick each and every section. So my next episode, I would like to talk about maybe, let's say, academic results and English proficiency test. Yeah, so your transcripts and English proficiency test for the next episode. Then the following episode again, I'll talk about the statement of purpose. This is very important. Don't miss this. Then the next episode, I'll talk about letters of recommendation. The next episode, I'll talk about CV, how to write an academic CV. then I'll move on. So from here, from episode 4 going, do not miss any of the episode. Turn on the notification, make sure you subscribe, you like, comment, share to your friends for me to also post or share more videos to you. Okay, so see you next time. Bye. Hi everyone, you are warmly welcome to Big It Abroad episode 4. And I want to say thank you very much for subscribing to my channel, liking, commenting, and also some are also reaching out to me. I'm so grateful for that. Kindly share to your friends for them to also subscribe, okay? So today we are going to talk about a very interesting section that I've titled it Documents you need to apply for school. This is very important. So today we are going to talk about 7 important documents that you need to apply for your school. And I just want you to take time, read, also watch the video, pick your pen and paper, jot some things down, and I know one day to make sense for you. So right now, let's set the ball rolling. The first most important document that you need to get is academic transcripts. And someone will ask, what is academic transcripts? Academic transcript is an official document issued by your school or university that shows all the courses you have taken and the grades you have earned. So it's very simple. So academic transcript must have your course code, your course title, the number of credits, and your grade over there. So if you at the end you are having 3.0 and above, or 3.2, 2.0, 2.5, depending on the CGP that the school that you are applying wants. So everything must shows your name, your student ID, your program, your year of completion, the registrar signature and other stuff. And it must be original. Do not edit it, because after admission they will let you send your transcript from your institution straight from institution to the school. So do not forge any transcripts. Use your transcript to apply, and I know one day to make sense for you. Another important document that you have to also get is your passport. Your passport is the key to your world, and you have to make sure your passport has valid at least months beyond your travel date. It must be in a good condition and also have enough blank pages. So your passport, some schools may require you to submit your passport when applying. Some schools will not let you submit your passport. So it depends the school or the program that you are applying for. The third document that I would like to talk about is English proficiency test. This is very important because you have to prove that you'll be able to speak English efficiently, or you can communicate efficiently in English. And majority of the schools will let you write a TOEFL, maybe IELTS or PTE or Duolingo text, depending on the school, what do you want you to do. So let's say if your country native language is not English, or maybe if your first language is not English, then you may require to write one of these. Some schools will also give you the opportunity, especially when I'll use myself as an example. My school or my country, my first language is English, so we were taught in English. So I was supposed to submit English proficiency, a proof of English proficiency that I took a letter from my school. And this letter that I took from my school was my English proficiency test. So, and that confirms that I was taught in English in Ghana. So it depends, but some schools too will still let you write one of these, even though your school was taught in English. Still, you'll be write one of these. So read the admission requirements very well to see the school that you are applying will also bring countries that they qualify. They automatically waive their English proficiency test for them. So always try to check to see if you qualify. Yeah. So especially when your native language is English or your first language is English, mostly you are part of this qualification. So try to check before applying. Now, another important factor over here, or important document over here, is statement of purpose. Others call it statement of intent. Others do motivation letter. Others do study plan. So it has so many names. it depends on the school or the program. Because when I was applying to Trent University, they call it plan of study. When I was applying to Western University, they call it motivation letter. When I was applying to so many schools, I just call it statement of purpose and other stuff. So it depends on how they put it. So don't worry. I just want to give you a brief information about this, but I'll in one of my episodes, like in subsequent episode, I'll be taking this one by one, especially statement of purpose and CV. Then I'll break it down for you to know how to write a good statement of purpose. So today is just an overview of it. So statement of purpose is just the opportunity to introduce yourself, highlight your academic background, your experience, your goals, and how you fit for the graduate program. So you just have to introduce yourself, where you are, who, and also highlight your academic background and also your experience, the kind of experience that you have, and also your goals in the next few years, what you want to achieve, and how that program that you are writing fits the graduate program. So first of all, just introduce yourself. As I said, who you are. You start with a strong opening that capture your interest in the field and the program. And the second one is your academic background, where you highlight your education or your educational background and the relevant coursework that you did that really fits your graduate program that you want to do. Then the third one, you also show some relevant experience, like maybe if you have done a research work or a volunteer work, or if you have a leadership background or any extracurricular experience, you just have to list it as well. Then the fourth one, you talk about reasons for choosing that program. So what are some of the reasons that you are choosing that program or that university, and how how the faculty member that you have named or you have put over there align with your goals. And then the fifth one, you talk about your goals or your future plans. What do you want to do? What you want to achieve within the short term or the long term. So this is basically what statement of purpose talks about.
But don't worry, as I said earlier, I will show you how to write statement of purpose or papers of intent or study plan or whatever they call it. So this is just an overview of it, and don't worry. So I think I always recommend students to stick to the guidelines given to them by the program, because each and every school, each and every program has its own way of writing the statement of purpose. So this is why majority of students apply to schools and they don't get admission because they don't follow the guidelines. Because when I was applying to Trent University, they made me write 1-page study plan. When I was applying to University of Iowa, they made me write 2 pages. And when I was applying to Western University, they made me wrote 250 words. So it depends. Even Trent, I know a friend who wrote SOP or statement of purpose that it was within 250 words. You see, it's the same school. My own was 1 page, but her own was 250 words. So it depends. So please, whenever you are writing your statement of purpose, make sure you have checked your department requirement. Stick to what your departments are giving to you. So some department will give you some few other guidelines or points that you have to write your statement of purpose in relation to it. So do not rush and apply to any school. Just take your time and search what they want you to write, then you give it to them. So in all, this is a brief information about statement of purpose. Don't worry. The main that I would like to talk about is letter of recommendation. This is very, very important. Letter of recommendation is very important. Letter of recommendation, others call it reference letter. And for this letter, it's very important to give it to someone, your professor, or any faculty member who really knows you well before writing this recommendation. Because if you give it to anyone just like that, the person will write any general reference letter for you and you may not get your admission. Because I'm saying this because one professor at University of Education Winneba told me that he wrote letter of recommendation to a school in US, and he was there and they called him to ask if he was the one who wrote that. And he said that yes, and it was like, wow, this is a strong letter of recommendation. So when he told me that, I was like, wow. So it means that if you let someone who really know you write letter of recommendation for you, that person will write a very good and strong recommendation letter for you as compared to giving to anyone to write it for you. So this is very important in school application. Another important thing here is CV or the resume. I'll take my time in my next 2 episodes. I'll talk about CV. Don't worry about this CV that I've put it over here. I'll make sure and teach you how to write or how to do your own competitive CV or resume. So when I talk about CV just describes something about you, a brief or summary information about you. So they really want to know there are key things that you have to bring on your CV, which include your profile, your research experience is very important, or maybe if you have a clinical experience, you can bring it. Your skills, your leadership or involvement, your extracurricular activities, your award, your career goals, and so many others. So there are so many things that you have to bring on your CV. The key things that you have to bring on your CV, as I've mentioned to you, because they don't know you, they don't know nothing about you. So it's up to you to prove to them that this is you and this is what you have achieved in the past years, so that they also know how to grade you and give you the admission. And bear in mind, your CV has to be competitive. If not, you may not get admission. Then the next one that I would like to talk about is financial document. It's very important. In financial documents, I remember when I was applying to one school in US, they asked of my financial documents, even though I have not gained admission yet. So it means that I have to get a bank statement before applying. That's why I added it to the 7 documents you need before applying for your study abroad journey. So bank statement is also very important in applying school abroad, or you can also get a letter of sponsorship, or maybe government loans. Maybe you are living Maybe you are in India, Pakistan, Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, anywhere you are. You can just take government loan and also use to apply for your study abroad journey. So it all depends on you, wherever you are going to get the financial document. It depends on you. Maybe you can get it from your mom, your dad, your loan, as I've already talked about, and even Empower loan. We have Empower loan that helps you get that also fund you. But Empower loan, before Empower loan will give you the loan, you have to get the admission first. So you have to take notes of that. So these are the documents that I would like to talk about for today. That's academic transcripts, English proficiency, passports, financial documents, statement of purpose, resume, and among others. So that is for today. So for today, we talk about the 7 important documents you need to get before applying school abroad. So for my next episode, that's episode 5, I would like to talk about how to find an email supervisor. This is very, very important. The stage that we have gotten to, you have to know how to email a supervisor, because emailing a supervisor is very important. Professors they are busy, and you can't just write anything and send it to them, because you have to know how to find or email supervisors. So this is what I'm going to talk about in my next episode. So just like, subscribe, share to your friends, and let me know if you have any question by emailing me or sending a comment in the comment section. And thank you very much for following me into episode 5. Don't worry, I'm going to bring the next episode soon, so that you also know how to, because this is a time that you have to get to email supervisors. June, July, August is the best time for you to email supervisors. So thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in my next episode. Bye.